Alrighty. We're back. Yeah. I read my book. And now I can't sleep. So we're going to play some more a little bit today. Not for long. Not for long, but long enough. All right, we're still waiting for the pips to plant that. I think, if I remember correctly from what we were doing last time, we were going to Narfla Garflack. We were going to build a hot brick sauna. Unfortunately, we're going to have to remove this. Normally, you don't want to remove these, but we do have I do know we have another one. So, this one, getting rid of that one is just fine. We also want to cool this, but we don't need to cool this right away. So I think we'll start. We're going to need Atmos suits. We're going to need... We don't need very many Atmos suits, but we do need a few. Make the entrance here. Well, let's see. Yeah, we can make the entrance here. We're going to be using igneous rock for this. This will be the top. Yeah, the entrance to the thing is going to be here. And then unfortunately, we can't bring it up any higher because of these wires. We'll need Atmos suits are going to be in this room. This ladder is superfluous. We don't need it for anything. So we can make this as large as we want. We'll need about 6 Atmos suits. That's about it. How many suits do I have laying around the place? And 1 and 2. Let's just make 6 more out of copper. And then this is going to be the steam chamber here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where our steam turbines are. Let me get rid of this ladder so I'm not looking at it and thinking that this is a requirement. steam turbines are going to go in here. The ladder will be on the inside. There'll be a double liquid lock here, and then the ladder will go down this way. We want a fire pole in here as well. Don't need one, but we're going to put one in. I wonder why they're not planting here. Sometimes they have problems. They should have planted by now. Well, we'll give them another few minutes. If we can't get one there, we'll just go ahead and plant another one here. It's not like we need to have these things full all the time. Yeah, there's a problem with that tile that they don't want to plant in. Now I'm going to have the guys grab some buckets here. Now let's put that. Granites. That's fine. Then right, next row. I might even remove all these. One, two, three. Four should be long enough. Need to move this lead wire. But that's okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this down a little bit further. Could also move our plug socket. Maybe. We're going to put in 2 thermal aqua tuners here, 1 and 2, right there. Any reason that they're on this side? And the answer is no. You can put them on this side. I'd prefer them to be on this side because we're going to have a ladder over here. And I don't know how far this is going to extend, so this is basically just some planning going on right here. Okay. More mesh tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be our refinement area where we're going to refine materials. I need some ceramics. I do have a couple of kilns. Don't need very many. We'll start with about 20. Probably put a ladder somewhere around here as well. Yeah, all this needs to go. And then. We're putting a rock crusher there. And about there. I'll put in... I don't want to do my metal refineries. Something about like that. Now, we'll be replacing these. With ceramic. Because they will overheat. What I want to do is I want to place a receptacle maybe like this, and that. We need to remove the a tile here so they can reach the... Oh, a ladder will be fine as well. And then... We're going to put in a sweeper. It's going to be made of... Yeah, right there will be fine. Steel. This can grab those two. There and here. Then if we put a sweeper here, made of steel, right there. Then I'm going to need a loader right there. These need to be made of steel, not copper. That's for sure. What do we have? Let's do... we have plenty of steel to work with, so we'll put one here. And we'll put this one here. And then we want to put in some storage bins there. And we can put a storage bin here. Those should get both of those. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, yes. Then we're going to want... Then. We'll need to put our rails in. So that is going to be the refinement area. However, we need to do, well, we need to figure out how deep this is going to be. I am going to move these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else do we want? What other refinement things do we want to put in here? Kilns are going to go upstairs. I don't think we need to put any more refinement in here. We're just going to put our batteries in here. All of our heat-producing batteries. So 2. Another 2. So we're going to take all of these batteries here. These batteries here, we're going to remove all these. These are all going to go away. And we're going to put them in here. And these are all going to be needing a bit of steel. So, yeah. Going to require a little bit of steel to make this work. I really, really like to take our hydrogen generators and put them down there. It will require a little bit of finagling on the piping, but it can be done. Bring the hydrogen pipes over this way and then down and then into here. They're all going to be wearing Atmos suits, so we're not going to worry about engineers getting scalded anymore or heat being produced. And do we need all those? The word need is such a terrible word. Do we want? Okay. So these reservoirs are going to have to go. We have to move these. I dare not destroy. Wow, we're actually coming pretty close to the bottom of the map. Right. So these we're going to need to move. These must get moved, probably. I do want 2 rows of batteries. You never know. You may need the power. Steel. No. Steel. Granite. Steel. Granite. These are golders. Fine. Steel and that's fine. They're just placeholders for the moment. Momentarily brain dead. Almost destroyed the planet. We are going to want liquid reservoirs in front of these. Unfortunately, they're 3 tiles tall. But do they need to be on the same level? We could put them down here. We could go down a row. But I would prefer them to be here. In front of each of the refineries. Which is going to change where these guys are going to go. We don't want these refineries ever stopping. Because that would be, well, that would be terrible. It would be awful. So we need to make these out of steel as well. 1, 2, 3. Auto sweeper. Could move that there. I really, really only need 1 thingamajoozy, but 2 will be better. 1 there. I know they can't reach them. And then we can put the other one here. We're gonna put a receptacle here, here, and then here and there. Well, let's just do those two. Could we build one here? We could. We could build one there, too. Yeah. This will work. Can you reach that one? You cannot. But what if I moved you over by one? Then you would. You could reach that one. And that one can technically reach this one because that's where the plug socket is. And then we build this. I can hit my cake and eat it too. What do you know? Right there. Fantastic. And I have my little space in here, which is nice. So we have that going for us. We're going to want to take the oil from in here. Put oil in each one of these. We should do that now before we put in piping. We need crude oil for the thermo tuners, the aqua tuners. Well, these are actually growing. Because the cool air. Nice. We don't have to put any, we may not have to build cooling after all. We're gonna need at least a minimum 800 kilos. These hold 800 kilos each, I believe. And so I want more. I want more. He wants more. He needs it. Let's go hook this up here. We're going to be using lead. let's grab some lead. We don't need any more igneous rock over here, so... May have overdone the igneous rock. But it's here. Guess we need it later. And then we'll put in lead here. We're actually getting kind of low on lead. You have to be mindful of how much we put in here. There's only 600 kilos in there. We need to have at least 800. Let's go ahead and sweep this up. And then we measured this pretty well. We're going to want our ladder in here. You do not want to make this out of plastic in case things overheat. You definitely do not want to do that. It would be bad. I think we made this large enough. So this will be the entrance here. Need to wall this off here. This is where our steam turbines are going to go. This is the entrance to the area. Then we're going to put in a liquid lock here. And then another liquid lock here. Look at that. And then in order to get these done, all we need to do is remove these tiles. Should be able to build those from here. Stand here. Well, maybe we can do that. There you go. Alright, so that's going to be the lock. I'll go ahead and remove these blocks here. Create a little fire pole in here. Let's get some heavy wall conductive. 7. And then we have to be careful up here because we're going to make this area really hot up there at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and use this here, down here, down here. Right there. And then we're going to go ahead and use iron up here. Because it may get a little warmer than 600 degrees, which is what the pipe's rated at. They can't go any higher than that. We have a tidying in builder. Bert shall join us. Can't dig, so you're going to be supplier, son. That's duplicant 94. And we need to put you on a schedule someplace. And I think we were going to create some new schedules, weren't Yeah, we're going to create a new schedule for him. And then how far back are we? Got some injuries, huh? Yeah. That's plenty of crude. Now we'll just fill all these up to this second line. Oh, hang on. I need to get rails up here as well. So a rail to that one and these. And then we'll go here, there, and there. All right, now we have, I believe, 4, 8, 12 hydrogen generators that we would really like to move down into here. Plus there's 3 here that we'd like to move. We want to hook this up to the main as well. So that's 16 hydrogen generators that we need to put in here. It's just a few. Go 3 tiles tall. We need to put doors on these. It needs to be under 120 tiles, and it is 96. Put doors on these. This will all be a wall here. Oops. Build on a normal speed. Verify. 5, please. Do need to put these on high priority because, you know, duplicants. That needs to go there. And then we need to put a door here. And then power. We're hydrogen generators. We're going to go 1. Oh, that's 1. 1, 3. That's 2. Nice. We're going to be able to get all 16 of them in here without an issue. And we'll need to build this. Actually, no, we don't. Cancel. Cancel. Get rid of these. This will be the floor right down here. So let's grab our insulated tile here. Then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. And the wall will go. Yeah, I kind of want to do a space in here. This will be our wall coming down to here. And then put this in. Now that ladder's fine. Got rid of it for no reason. I do need to move this power line, so it needs to get moved, which we shall do. Of course, we're building on a 7 for some reason again. Oh yeah, I built that on a 7. Let's go ahead and make this a 5, please. Well, this could be 5. So I'm like a crazy person. be open. And we're going to put crude oil in here. And that is enough crude oil. Then we are going to need build our cooling system. So we'll need some crude oil for that. Now for power, build a heavy watt conductive wire. Goes across here. I'll go across here. This will be our power spine. You're just powering that one thing, so we could potentially put we could potentially put that in here. Actually, put it right here. So let's hook this up here for now. Hook that up there. Then we can deconstruct this. Cancel that. What we're going to do here is go power. And then we're going to put in a joint plate. Heavy watt needs to be. Okay, how am I going to do this? Well, we could just put it outside here like this. Yeah. Then I can enclose it. Or we put it down here. Maybe down here a little bit better. That would necessitate me moving a lot of lines. What are you powering? You are powering this, and that is a necessity right now. How much power are you using? Hardly anything. Let's change this out. So I can remove this power line. Building like a crazy person again? Yeah. These have to be on the 7 because of how mech engineers work. We are going to need power to this. And then we're going to need power to the Atmos suits. I think I'm just going to run heavy watt wire into the Atmos area, even though it's going to be ugly. On the 5. We'll put a joint plate, heavy watt here, joint plate there. And I think we'll put a joint plate here. And we'll put our steam turbines in here. I may have built this too large, but it'll be okay. We'll start over here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to want a liquid reservoir right here. This will be cooling for the steam turbines. Still have a few more rooms to go before our operations are barely holding their own. That'll be fine though. And then what we want up here are storage buckets. Something resembling this. Then we're gonna need loaders up here. They do need to be made of steel. And I am going to put these up here. Now we can add a few more buckets in. This needs to be here. This is for number 1. For number 2. Here, number 3. This will be for number 4. Oop. All right, let's get some cooling up here. We're going to need to vent these out. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to drop the liquid right on top of that one. Same thing over here. I'm going to drop the liquid on top of this one. And it's going to sit on this plate. This is going to heat up really, really hot. So it'll instantly flash to steam. And then let's set up our cooling system. This goes out. Goes out and then up. Goes down here. We can bring this to the output here. And then we want to try to get this pipe out of here as fast as possible. So we're gonna bridge this over or above this and then across here. I could wrap it back around, but that would cause more problems than it's worth. So then we need a thermo sensor there. One right there. We're going to need a wire. Kind of running out of precious metals, aren't we? Good thing we're building this. There we go. And then. And then. Bridge is right up here. For now, we use lead. We'll replace this with steel later. We're just going to drop the water. And then we're just going to wrap this back around. To here. We won't need to worry about this one as much. Because we're going to have some temperature shift plates in here, and the water will also help out. And this one should be okay. Should be okay. Being the operative word. Don't shit on your face. And then these are going to need power. Here's the heavy wires. Going across here. Down to here. To there. Down to there. Over here, we're going to have to use iron, but we don't have any iron right now, so we're going to have to use lead for the moment. We'll need to replace this with iron because, well, it's going to get hot over here. And then we can just put in a kiln because we're going to put kilns up here. It's going to be very, very well done. And then we're going to build some of these. We're going to grab another sweeper. Sweeper over here. Steel, there's. Once again, we won't turn these kilns on until I replace the wire. So we need the wire here to power the aqua tuners. So that's the thing. Now, how are we going to get power into this monstrosity? We don't want to lose heat to the exterior world. In fact, we're probably going to double wall. We may double wall the bottom, maybe the side. We don't necessarily need a three-row cargo. We should probably build some plastic ladders here. We're actually low on plastic, but this will do. Lower on plastic than I'd like. Okay, batteries are going in here. Batteries are going in here. This is going to be all our heat producing items down here. And that looks pretty good. And it's all production system. We are ready to go. Now what we need to do is we need to disperse the heat from these. So we're just going to take, well, we're going to be pouring some water down here. Like about 200 kilos on the bottom. I wonder where we're going to get that water from. Don't know. Should be close, something close by. And then we will, your next thing is going to be this is the input pipe here, the output here, and this is the input. Go here. That's that here. This one. And this one is going to go straight down to the bottom, like so. And we're going to use radiant pipes. Steel radiant pipes are the best that we have available. And then we need to bring that up to here. And we're going to disperse that heat throughout the bottom. We will put it on the bottom first because that's where it's going to be less hot. So about that many. And then we'll just go ahead and insulate this again. And bring that right up here, like so. Cancel that. Same thing with this one. I want to save the heat till we bring it downstairs. And then we radiate it. This. Right there. And then we go back to insulated pipes. And pick that up right there. Same verse second as the first. And you could drag these pipes all the way across if you want. You don't need to. This is sufficient to heat the whole place up nice and warm. Plus, these are going to be running at a hot temperature anyway. They run hot. It'll help maintain the heat. And then we can get rid of a whole bunch of stuff over here that's producing heat. And just chuck it in here. That's a long-term objective. We can turn the power on in this thing and make it go burr. Once again, you always want to build your things on a higher priority. Mech engineers they don't have their own individual thing, which is a shame. Clay doesn't like mech engineers. They think they're smelly. I like mech engineers, but Clay doesn't. They hate them. They think they're smelly. I disagree, so I give them special attention. Being sarcastic. Being sarcastic. Some people don't know what sarcasm when they hear it. Clay doesn't hate them. Yeah, dude. Sarcasm. Nope. Brought my glasses. And then what we're going to do is we're going to vacuum this room out here. And I'm going to put hydrogen inside of here, I think. Maybe. We'll see. The dupes don't need to go in here for any reason, probably. But we will be putting some water on the ground. There will be no reason for them to come in here. What are you doing down here? What are you screaming about? That's not singing, son. I've heard singing. Sound like a mule braying. All right. We have power hooked up. We have power hooked up. Now, how are we going to get power inside of here? Well, that is a good question. Question worth answering. First of all, we deconstruct and modificate this wire. I don't know the bottom. So we get rid of this. We've got more water down here than to filter out. But we still have plenty left to be. Gold volcano. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to put a entry point for our power over here. Basically, we're just going to create another vacuum. We should probably do it away from the piping, though. Copper. Should get a poke shell farm going as well. All right, so. The issue that we're going to have is thus. Would really like to do it over here, but we have too many wires over here the way it is. I'd like to just have it up here. If we put it down here at the very bottom, well, we've got a bunch of pipes, and I don't want the pipes being, if something happens to the pipes, we don't want that. Anything bad to happen to the pipes, but if something does bad happen, we want to be able to access them. So we can't put that directly at the bottom, so we'll have to put it off to the side. Which isn't going to be an issue, probably. We don't need 4 of these. This one, these are going to come over here. This won't come out this way. So what we need, we'll have this bottom one. Yeah, this one down here. You can cancel that. Oh, that looks so nice, though, doesn't it? Yeah, let's do this one here. Because it looks cool. There. Rule of cool applies. Right there. And then this one will come out here. And then hook up to these. Well, it'll hook up to this at the appointed time. And we'll bring that up through the wall like that. And you can cancel that. And cancel that. We don't need this very much, but we should probably dump some of this oxygen into the base, huh? Or into the world. Okay, I don't want you guys to be dumping any more crude oil in there for a while. You may want that for other reasons. So what we need to do is we need to build a power box, just a little junction box, in order to fix the problem. Real easy to do. We're gonna put power. We're gonna put in a junction plate, make it out of lead. Hey, we'll just put it right here. It'll work just fine. And then we're just gonna put another one right here, like so. And then we close this up here. Do you want to move this over a little bit? Where's the mini gas pump? How big is this thing? It's 2 tiles. This is too big anyway. You can go here, and then we just put a little ventilation in here. A little mini gas pump. Put that right here. Let's rotate it. Like so. And we're gonna hook up power to that. Make this a 7. Hook up to that. And then this goes out like that. And of course, the problem with this is this ladder is no longer usable. That's fine. We'll do something else with this area. Turn it into a, recreational park or something. I don't know. Put some dinosaurs in there. And sweep this up here. Build this, that, this, and this. And of course, the power line hasn't been built yet. Because of course it hasn't. These can go back to being 5s. Change all that doo-doo. Reasons. Cancel that. There we go. Man got it. Somebody go pick that up, please. Thank you. Close this up here. Turn this into a vacuum, and now no heat from inside of here will go out there. Easy Easy lemon squeezy. All of the easy. We just move this ladder over by one. Like this. And then we're going to double wall this. May as well. Fives, please. Double insulate that, and we can double insulate the bottom and off the side as well when we get to that point, which is going to be soon. Also, do we have our Atmos suits prepared? We should. We do. And however, we do have an issue, and the issue is we've run out of material. We've run out of building material. That's mostly the duplicants' fault. They keep using it for some reason. Let's go to stations. We're going to go ahead and put in a Atmos checkpoint. We don't have much of anything. We're going to go ahead and use lead, I think. Do we need to put in the Atmos yet? Maybe. Hang on. Hang on, son. Slow down. Can we use any of this water? 70 degrees. It'll probably blow up. Let's stay away from that idea for a moment. All right, well, we'll use it's going to be 137 is the overheat temperature on them. I think we'll be fine. And then we're going to need, we'll need a, well, we're going to need another oxygen production system just for the Atmos suits that are going to go in here. It doesn't need to be much. In fact, we can probably use this oxygen here and bring that up into the system. Yeah. We'll just use this oxygen production system. We need to make sure that these stay cool. Shouldn't be a problem, though. Not going to be. This is going to chill out the area. And then let's get a couple ammo docks in here. So, one. Ten'll work. Yeah, probably. That'll be good. And then we're going to put in some temperature ship plates. We're going to make these out of granite. We're going to put these in here. And then if you're unfamiliar with temperature shift plates, you can use these to smooth out temperature, even out temperature in different places. It moves temperature across an area. And a temperature shift plate, so this one temperature shift plate acts in all the corners. So it does a complete that one there. It will shift temperature along here. And technically what you could do is just build these every other tile. But I find that looks kind of, I only do this like if I'm building diamond tiles and we don't have a lot of diamond. So I just we're just gonna put the whole thing in there. We're just gonna make some temperature shift plates. This is only gonna take a minute. So we're gonna do the same thing in here. And you don't want the temperature shift plates to touch the walls ever. So they will disperse heat into a wall. And they won't complain about it either. So you don't want to make sure this is the furthest we want to go. Yep, because we're going to put a wall here. Unless you intend on transferring temperature through like the corner of a wall, which you can do some really tricksy things with those. With these, using them to heat something up on a corner. We do want this all I said I wasn't kidding. We're gonna put these in. It's gonna cost us a little bit of granite, but you know, got machine gun Kelly here. Cover your ears. That's about right. Something like that. That'll work out just fine. That's going to take a few minutes to build. When I do say a few minutes, I mean enough minutes for me to go and make coffee. That's how long it's going to take for that to get built. This is going to take a few minutes. So I'm actually going to make some coffee while this is going on. I'll be back. We're just going to leave this play because that's why we brought granite up here. I brought 4 buckets of granite. It's going to use all of it. Made my coffee. They haven't even finished this. I'll tell you what, these are guys are lazy dupes, aren't they? Bunch of lazy dupes. I only got a third of it done. I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting them to be able to do the jobs. Apparently, they just don't want to. Maybe we're out of granite. We've used all the granite already. Good portion of it. Ah, there we go. We're starting to get some. What's going on? Trying to get some carbon dioxide now. They get their soda. We'll have to build a pepper farm. Just for, I need to find a, I'm pretty sure there should be a polluted water vent on this map. There usually is at least one of them on your maps. We'll go ahead and power this up. It's already ugly over here. There's not much we can do about it, so it's on high priority. Looks like we need to go get some more lead as well. And then let's go ahead and grab a couple of pipes. Let's do some insulated pipes. I want this one to go 1, 2, 3, 4. First 4. And then these. First 4 are the ones that are going to be used the most. So we want with the most amount of gas going into these. And then these can be handled on their own. And we come down here. And then these can go up. Don't like the idea of bridging that. We're gonna have to. Oh, it'll be fine because we're not going into a yellow. Yeah, this will be fine. This is not. This won't be an overflow situation. And then that can go down. And then we can just hook up our power wire. All right. Get out of the pay. No. No, we are not taking a farter. I don't care. Like, I'll take an allergy person and an anemic. We're not. This is not. No, we're not taking a farter. That's just. Nope. 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 I know we're supposed to be taking. That farters are just, they're out of the question. My base will get filled with natural gas. It's just not going to happen. Nope. I don't care. You call it rules break. Don't care. No, no, no. No farters in this base. They're not really that big of a deal. I just don't want to have to deal with all the things you have to do in order to. But we have 100 duplicates. We don't need farters. I took farters on a previous run. Farters, anemics, people with allergy. We took everybody that standard people didn't want to take. I really like this. It doesn't have to be though, but it's gonna, even if we don't, then it's gonna look ugly, isn't it? So get rid of that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. And they can build these. Oh, wow. Potential load 53 kilowatts. I don't think we'll reach those heights, though. That's pretty hefty. I can't build a separate power grid. Well, I could. And it is a bit warm over here. But we can put a Weezwort in here. That'll cool the place down. Also, I forgot to put my science things in here. Could probably drop this a level. Maybe. Back to that idea. Well, everybody's going to get some building experience from this, that's for sure. These take a lot. Hey, you know what? Speaking of that, we haven't looked at our skills in a while. We're just going to be looking at the people, the hats that are fully upgraded, because everybody else is. All these guys are fully upgraded. Everybody with the final hat has all their skill points. You look so... Is that the proper hat for a... Yeah? We could upgrade these guys. Get more booster slots on them. They need more morale, though. I'm not sure how to get them more morale. Mr. Edward. You need a construction booster. Pretty sure I made a few. And then we need a extreme, and then an extreme. And then you can have your... where's your super digging booster? What? Booster. Where's your last one? You should have the final one. Maybe if we come back to you. Huh. He's not getting his... He's got the extreme digging booster. Those... Oh, I think because he hasn't ingested it. Probably. Artist. Devin needs to carry... Oh, you can farm, I guess. I do want you to drill. And Weirdo. Yeah, see, he's able to get his hat. chip. Improve gears. Ranchers. Get you another ranching booster. You can have your advanced ranching booster hat. Gene. Really are there. You can be an astronomer too. We do need some rocket pilots. I've got space for them. Probably make a couple doctors. And you can also do this if you want. This won't hurt your morale at all. I want to give you that. Yeah, you can be another doctor too. Why not? But your primary is grilling. So there you go. Stila needs to get upgraded completely. And then you've got your electrical engineering. Let's give you a construction booster to make your... And where is mechatronics engineer? 3 of those. Oh, we only have... Really? Okay. We need to make a couple more of these, huh? Mechatronics engineer. Boosters. Make 6 of those. Ooh, we could make some of the robot people. Rocket people. Maybe like 20 of these. Yeah. Do I have an extra board seat around here? I do. We could cool this down and put some lights in here. You know, it's not like we're doing a big project or anything, but we'll go ahead and put in a planter box. And then put in some lights. Well, there's a way that I could do this. Let's put in a lamp right here, and that gets those. And we do the same thing here. So we'll need to move this down one. Oh, there. Increase this. Get this done so the Atmos suits can start getting filled up. It's going to take several cycles for those to fill up. I don't know what it is. First cup of coffee in the morning is always the best. It's like if you wait, 12 or 20 hours, it always tastes the best. After that, like the taste is diminishing returns. Yeah, he definitely needs a... Oh, because I have the backwards. Get Get it backwards, that's why. Way to go there, Doofer head. Way to go. I'm gonna come over here and delete this. And of course, a non-builder would come over and do it. Of course. Yeah, I know the oxygen will be hot, but yeah, it's hot down here anyway. Yeah. And you do need to set these to a high priority, or the dupes will never deliver them. I don't know what it is. Play thinks it's funny that they don't deliver them. But if you don't put these on a high priority, the dupes will never get around to delivering them. Put it on a 5, it'll take them 4 days to deliver it because there are other things that I want to go pick up that sand that's halfway across the map and deliver it to the box that's over there, and then I want to go pick up some meat that's 12 miles away. Always put these on a high priority. If you want your Atmos suits on deck in a reasonable time. Hey, we're almost done. Yeah. How are we doing on our Drecos? We haven't looked at that in a bit. Not as well as I thought. We need more. Fill these up. Well, the bottom one's full, so they'll start working on the next few. Oh, they've got, see, look at this. These lazy duplicants aren't getting and wrangling. We've got 55 ranchers. What are you guys doing? Also, we're working on our skills. I think we stopped. My man here, Stila, needs his mech booster. Yep. You can have your mechatronics engineer. Again, he's not getting his hat. I wonder if my other guy here is able to get his hat. That weirdo. He should have gotten his thing. There you go. Yeah, it looks like you have to, I don't know why you have to wait on some of them. The other ones you don't. All right, Stila needs to do this. You are a supplier, so suit training booster and then strength booster. Oh, we're out of strength training boosters, huh? Well, looks like we need to make about 12 more. Of those. Off you go. Wow. Yeah. These guys. That's insane how much oxygen they're going through. And we'll go ahead and put a Wheezewort here. And we'll go ahead and put in a lamp. And you can see where the light goes to. Then we're getting really low. Really, really low. How much are you using? 1.7. Good. So go up. Getting low on our materials. Then we'll get rid of this one. I'm going to snip this pipe here. Then put our bridges in. Make sure the temperature, I don't know, about 70 degrees is about right. And then we're going to do that. That'll get all the liquid out of that pipe. Actually, let's not have these on right now. Big crazy number. I'm gonna turn these off. We just need to fill the material up. Just need to fill the pipes up. Deconstruct this. Then we're going to hook this back up. Then I need to get some water on the ground floor here. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this up right here. We also need to vent the place out. There we go. Still too warm? Yeah, still too warm. Let's take a few minutes to cool down, but it will inevitably cool down. I'm not sure why you have coal here. You guys don't poop coal. Pretty sure. And we need to grab some water. So we'll grab some water from our pipe here. This does not need to be insulated. Let's go ahead and make it out of igneous rock. Like this. I'm going to dump about 200 kilos of water on the bottom. Down here. What? Oh, yeah. Well, right there. Bring this up to here. And we don't want to overfill our loop. That looks about good. So let's go ahead and cut this. Put the rest of this in that pipe. So the rest of that liquid will go into here. And we're going to drop in some. I'm just going to put in again, put in a row of water here. That'll help disperse temperature. We are missing another suit. Ooh, we're out of, we're out. Well, we can build it out of iron. We don't want to. Build one of them out of iron, please. What broke? Oh, we don't care. It's a little warm up there. We're just going to ignore it. You know. It's not, if you ignore a thing long enough, it goes away, right? There you go. That's what they say. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Probably shouldn't listen to me on some things. I don't always get good advice. All right, I think this is pretty much ready to go. We're still filling that up. It's going to be a while before that happens. And that will be enough water. So they put 2 of these in here. That's fine. We want to fill this up with gas. Preferably hydrogen, but I don't have a way to... I do have a way to get the oxygen out of here and then fill this up with hydrogen. Would be preferable. It's a better heat transfer medium or temperature transfer medium. Oh, look. Here's some bristleberries. Standard duplicants, please. So I want about 200 kilos of water on the bottom here. That'll get that going. And then we can start filling this up with the things that we want. But first, let's sweep everything up in here. If there's anything left. Just a few odds and ends. So in here, this is going to be where we're going to be making ceramics and refined carbon. And we will just put in refined carbon needs coal. Wonder where we could get some of that. And then we'll copy and paste that here. And then this is going to be clay. Copy and paste that. We're going to leave this, well, we still have walls to build and whatnot. And then over here, we're going to be putting iron and stuff. So this is going to... this one, both of these sweepers can access... This one can access these 2. This one can access these 2. So I want the iron on this one right there, that rail. So we're going to put iron in here. So iron ore can go in there. And then here we'll put coal. Or not coal. Copper. Oh, COP. COP, dude. There you go. Copper. And then put gold in here. Amalgam. And then we don't have a lot of copper anymore. Something happened to it. I'm not sure what, but we'll put copper ore in here and in there. And then the rest of this will be like iron. There's iron. Not that many. And then this is going to be gold. Put that in there. And we'll put these floors back in. So I need to get rid of this one. All right, so now we need to set up our... We need to get some vents in here. Well, not vents. We need to get the gas pumps in here. Now, there is a way for me to get rid of all the gas in here. We'll have to use mini gas pumps if I do want to do that. And then We'll need to do a little shenanigans to bring in some hydrogen. But I think we have some hydrogen laying around the place. I believe there's some up here. Yeah, there's a little bit up here. 2,000 grams. We can bring that down. It's already hooked up. I think we have some more over here as well. I mean, it'll be fine if we don't. I would just prefer to fill this with hydrogen. If we don't have it, what are we going to do? It'll be okay. Oxygen is fine. I just don't like having a multitude of gases in here, like this polluted oxygen, stupid carbon dioxide. I could open this side up. Let's do that. And let's put a destinkifier right here and there to try to get rid of this polluted oxygen. That should, both of these sides being open, and that should allow the gas to flow out. So let's get a destinkifier here. Hopefully we can capture the stinky gas. I don't care if the stinky gas goes into here. We just want it gone from the system. Carbon dioxide is a very poor conductor, so it's not very good. You really don't want that stuff in your box, in your hot box. And then what we're going to put over here is eggshells, or 10 malt, poke shell, malts. What else goes in here? Eggshells, poke shell malts. Yeah, and then we're going to put fossil in here. So some fossil can go in there, and then there. And this won't be salt. Doo-doo-doo. We're gonna leave this. Oh, we're gonna let them deliver this because it's gonna take. Once we want to fill these up before we close this up, because once we close it up, they're gonna have to use Atmos suits to get into the area. And of course, they have to travel around and down and then around and back out. So if we leave these open and let the stuff get delivered, come on, Devin, you're an artist. You shouldn't be doing this. Go let somebody with a little more building experience get this done. Now, unfortunately, we are extraordinarily low on metals. I don't have any way to get any more. Well, I mean, yeah, there's more metal down here. Is this a place where there was... Yeah, there's stupid sporkins in there. We're going to have to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that right now, though. There's more there. Is any over here? I think there's a bunch of sporkin crap over there, too, yeah. They just love to... Yes, love to do that to you. There's a bunch of sporkins for you. Have fun. You're not going to be able to drill anywhere. And there's a little bit here where we've been getting rid of this one. So what I have to do is drill underneath there, come up this way, and grab all of the stuff over here. We could get down here to grab this water at some point. It's cool enough for the dupes to come down here without gas or suits, but let's not make that option available to them, because they'll die because they won't be able to get out fast enough. There's no oxygen here. We're just going to break this off so they can't get down here, because we will be drilling out to here while we are getting our stuff done in here. I do need some more lead, which we don't have. I need to build some power lines in here. In the meantime, we can go ahead and build these gas pumps in here. We can make these out of material. Unfortunately, I don't have any good spots for these, do I? Well, I can remove you. I can remove you. And then we'll do There. Put one here, here, maybe. Well, not really. Running out of space. We can move a couple of these. One. Put one there and here. I should be able to get one there. And here. That'll help out quite a bit. And then we're just going to vent all this stuff out. Like this. This one can be by itself, I guess. You're a lonely feller, aren't you? And we'll put in high pressure gas vents here. Boom, 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 and boom. Oh, yeah. I forgot to, we forgot a very important thing. Let's, need to vent that out. So we need to vent this out. Yeah, it's going to work. It should have been vented out by now, but somebody forgot. Duplicates didn't remind me. And then we can gas out the bottom here. It'll be fine. It's all going to be fine. Not a problem. That should have... And this idea with sporkets. There was a big one. There's a big thing here. You just crush them. You can't see it, but there is zombie spores in there. 1,694. Boom, all gone. Now we do not want, this is overpressure, I think. Yeah, this is overpressure. So we do not want any of these tiles breaking. So we need to leave 2 tiles. And we don't want to dig this up here. So we're going to go here and drill this up here. Like this. I'm going to stay away from the sporkets of doom. There shouldn't be any over here. I think I looked. And we can tear this whole thing apart over here without fear of repercussions. Well, too many repercussions anyway. Bookshelf molds. And then throw this out. I'll do a ladder, say here. Ladder. I need to pick this around. Here. Let's check. Always check. There could be like 5 germs in there, and then it gets in your base, and it's just you're doomed from that point onwards. Need to clear this area out. It all has to go. Let's make sure that there is no... $100 degrees, that's fine. Okay, that's all fine. It's all fine. It's all good. It's all fine. Ah, what a pain in the butt these things are. And that should keep them from getting themselves killed. Probably. Okie dokie. Gas vents are in. There we go. Now we need to power. Close this up. How much water do we have down here? 23. Still need more. And I think we can close this up. So let's go ahead and close this up on 5. Put our wall in. And what I can do is we can put in a, where is it? We're gonna put in a right here. Right there. That'll force oxygen into this room. And hopefully we can push out the rest of this material. And it'll give us more pressure here. Then we can close this up here. And then close that. That's the theory anyhow. Theoretically speaking, of course. And we'll start with about 200 kilos. And if we need more gas pressure in here, we'll put more gas. And of course, the carbon dioxide just refuses to move. But we're increasing gas pressure in here. But got a bunch of chlorine in there. What do you got? Before you drill out to anything close to the lower level of the abyssalite, just make sure that none of these little hot abyssalite pieces are close and touching anything up here. So if you ever have a really hot piece right here, it's like this, make sure you don't drill anything up around that, because that will then boil the crude oil. A ton of sour gas, you lose a bunch of crude oil. There we go. Blossoms are growing. Mushrooms are growing. Mealwood's growing. We're not going to harvest this stuff. We're just going to let it go. They're going to put the stuff in here. This needs meal lice and bristleberries. And then they can have their juice. And they can feel good about themselves. We need to clean this water up. Get a little low over here. What am I going to do then? Oh, we have some more water over there I can grab. We also wanted to build a water tank. we are going to have to start tapping geysers. Because we are getting a little low on the water. Not a catastrophic. We have some time. Okay. There we go. Pressurized. Close that up. Deconstruct that. I don't think there's anything in here that we need to pick up. There is not. What are you doing? Oh, she's gonna come in. She's gonna come in here and breathe. Then we're gonna get some carbon dioxide in here. Of course. Of course, we're gonna have one thing of carbon dioxide, aren't we? Of course. Because why wouldn't we? We prefer we not have that. Construct this, please. Deconstruct. I hit this like 5 times. And build this wall first. Of course. We have more. You got one blob. Could you please leave? Anytime. Anytime now. Right now would be great. Quit dancing. Let's go. Right out there. That's right. Go this. Oh, of course, we're going to get another piece, aren't we? Yeah. One breath caused the downfall of the entire operation. We're gonna double check again. Double check, triple check, quadruple check. How am I gonna deal with that? Bunch of garbage. Don't know yet. Okay, now the game's just trolling us. This is ridiculous. Now we're just getting trolled. How is carbon dioxide getting in here? This pressure here should not allow that. Like that should just be dropping. It should be even pushing it away. No, it should be pushing it away. Technically speaking, but you know, we're dealing with a game here. I think that's enough water. That would be enough water. We have a little too much. It's fine though. Oh no, they're drowning. That's fine. It's not a problem. Now we have a bunch of water over here I'd like to clean up. Let's get a pump here. What we're gonna do, is build like this. It looks kind of funny, but it should put a majority of the right here. Keep most of the oil to the bottom. That way we don't have to worry about sorting it out. We have tons of oil over here already. So that should work out for us. Then we could do something like this. Cross like that. And the same verse second as the first. We'll just go across like this. Like that. Just create a little basin. We'll need some power over here. That'll leave you there. You know that? We just leave you. You guys want to get down here and build that? Joshua? Okay. Oh my gosh, really? For love that's all holy, would you please just leave the vicinity? This will cause me no end of... No, you know what we could do is vent it out. It should suck it out. Hmm? Where's my power supply? All right, so we're going to take this one. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit of finagling here. So put this here. And this one can go here, like that. There. And then power. Look up our 80-watt conductive. Make that a 7, because, you know, mech engineers need love. Play hates them. Turn this on here, there, to here. Come on. There you go. To there. Over to here. We're going to be putting some... there we go. Oh, we don't need a ladder there. Now that should Let's take a look at our priorities again. Our schedule. Not our schedule. Our vitals. Not our vitals. Our skills. I'll get it right one of these days. Stella, you should be able to get your... What do you... supplier. You're going to have strength boosters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gizmo. We don't know what you're good at. What are your negatives? Your negatives are excavation and machinery. Looks like you're going to be a supplier, son. So I'll get you a couple of suit training boosters. What are those? Oh, no. All right. Have to remove them this way. Suit training boosters first. And then you're going to grab... where are the strength boosters? There. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Gizmo. Need to name you. Vitals. Gizmo. Where are you? Of course, he's not in... Supplier Gizmo. Chip. We don't know what you are. You have a hard digging skill, but what are your stats, son? You have a -3 on construction, so no. You're going to get 2 suit training boosters, schematics, and you're another strength booster. We're out of strength boosters already. Chip is a supplier. No, this guy's the supplier. Ed Weirdo. Ed Weirdo. What are your overall stats? Athletics of 10. You can just be anything we want you to be. How about we make you a rancher? You look like a rancher to me. We need some more ranching boosters. All right, Ed Weirdo. We need some more ranching boosters. And let's make some more strength ones. And then I'm pretty sure we needed some construction boosters. A couple more digging boosters. That should do the trick, yeah? Now, we should, and I do mean should, have some ceramic available. Where did I put mine? We need a little bit more. Let's make another 20. And once again, my internet connection is acting a little funny. The wind blows and it moves the poles all over the place or something. I don't know what the problem is. Beyond me. Beyond the scope of my knowledge. You are exactly the brightest star in the sky, aren't you? No, I told you to move, you idiot. 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 Move here. More than one way to skin a cat around here. Eh, 1,300 grams. I can live with that. I could live with that. Now this is going to take a while to vacuum out. We don't want to do anything in here at all until we have finality of the things that we want done. We can go and get rid of all these storage buckets. Let's make sure that we're not making bristleberries. And we do not need to make pickled meat. I'm surprised it's actually working. What are you storing? Fossils? Get rid of that. These storage buckets are pretty superfluous now. We will get rid of a bunch of them because you know it's just dragging the beauty down over here. That'll be fine. Once again, it'd be very nice if the ranchers would actually grab the Drecos, place them where they belong. Now, do you get settings here? Copy that, place that there. All right, we still have looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more ranches to go, and then we can bring this whole shooting match right here inside of this room. We're gonna automate these rooms. By the way, while we got a duplicant. Okay. The next idiot gets the pink unithard. The next idiot gets the pink. I do mean an idiot that locks themselves in a room or something. They get the pink unithard. Right. Got a whole lot done. And we can get rid of these things up here. Go ahead and get rid of these. Get rid of this metal refinery. Get rid of that. We don't need these up here anymore. I'm going to move these guys down to the bottom here. Probably around here somewhere. That way we can move them right over here. This would be a really good spot for them. That'll help out quite a bit. And then we're trying to do a little thinking here. Brain is not wanting to operate in full capacity. We should go ahead and do a cold room here. Also, in addition to, we need we don't have our, so we have our nature reserve here. We want to do the same thing to this corridor here. So again, we'll what are you doing? 3? We could bring this up even higher, couldn't we? This is fine. How many tiles is this? 118. Yeah, we're about at our max. We could bring these doors over a little over here and increase this up to here, but it doesn't really matter. And the reason is because everybody goes and does they go to one of these rooms to do their entertainment. So they'll always come down here to the nature reserve one way or another. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side here. We're gonna build a door. There's 3 tiles over. There and there. Go around this way. And where do we put the other door? Here. Right there. Let's get rid of this one. And get rid of the firewall one. There. And we're going to build our door here. Put that there. Put that there. And then we need some doors on these, don't we? Yeah, we're going to have to move this back. Pardon me. We need to get rid of these. And rebuild. I am going to need a carbon skimmer down over here. Because we can't get rid of this carbon dioxide. We could try to push it down here, but we'll just skim it out. Or we could put some oxyfern seeds down here, which we have 3 of. We shall. Put indoors. Of course, the doors can be open. They don't need to be closed. I think I think we're gonna move these on here. And then I have something I want to put over here. Like I say, this is going to take a few minutes to vacuum this room out. There's a lot of goofy gas in here. But it all has to go. And then we can start this thing up. I'll need to replace these metal refineries with ceramic ones. We'll probably have to delete them a few times. And that's okay. Because we don't have any gas pressure. And then we can move, I think we'll move the Weaswort over there. Maybe. Get rid of these. Get rid of those. These. Get rid of this one. I'm just going to delete all these. I'm going to rewire these. I'm not going to pop that tank though. So, what we'll do is that. And then this will come in. This will come into there. This one. Why is gas not flowing? Guess we're using it all, that's why. This one can go into here. And this will come down here. Oh, there you go. We got some juice. And she eats the cup. They just eat the cup. And then we'll go ahead and hook this. Yeah, we'll hook this one up. And then... So, if we're going to have some oxyfern seeds down here, we need to... Put our insulation right there. We're going to naturally plant them. Do I want to bring this down? Yeah, we may as well. I'll just do this. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and bring this sensor down. I'll bring this down to here. This one here. We're going to get rid of these two. Just drop the level a little bit. Then this. Sweep this up here. And we'll need two sweepers for this, huh? Well, oh well. Then, yep, sweep all this up. What's going on, Ariel? I couldn't sleep. Well, well, I ate some food. No. This is a new stream. Brand new stream. I went and I ate my food. I had some lunch. Well, stuff for dinner. Then I read a book, took a nap, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So, I mean, man's got to do what he's got to do. Dog with the bone, man. Dog with the bone. Three. Then we take this, copy that. Take this, copy that. And then deconstruct that. Oh yeah, that's really hot. What's with the doors? These doors? We're making farm tiles. We're making natural tiles. So see, we've got all these planted here. These are natural tiles. So you can make natural tiles, but you have to use metal. You can use copper, you can use iron, you can use wolframite, you can use anything you can build a door out of, you can make a natural tile. So what you do is you put 3 doors like this. And how pips plant, if you don't know how pips plant, they plant by 3 and then they skip 3, plant by 3 and skip 3. And you have to start on the right side. So plant here, and there, and there, and then you go across this way. And what we want to do is just do this one. And you deconstruct these doors like this. And as long as there's a door, as long as there are tiles surrounding a door like this, the material that you put in here has nowhere to go. So it turns into a natural tile. If it has a place to go, if you have something here, it'll pop out as your material. So what? Here we go. Here goes Bert. Boom, natural tile. Just like that. Now you lose 400 kilos of mass. You lose some of your material when you do this, but now you have free natural tiles. And all you do, come in here, build that. Like this. And this is how you build massive natural farms. Then we get rid of these. Doors in it. Oh. And this. There we go. A bunch of natural tiles for us to play around with. Let's change these out. Then we're going to come in here and we're putting ceiling trim right above these. We're not actually going to build it. We're just going to place it. Then you go here. And you go here. We're going to move these pips. And we'll come up to our seed collection, which is up here. And we should have oxyfern seeds. I think we have 3 of them. Yeah, we have 3 of them. Now we have natural growing oxyferns, so we don't have to water them. We don't have to do anything with them. And we'll get more from these from the printing pod eventually. There's 3. Just like that, we have a natural. We'll fill this up with oxyferns. We'll also probably need to build a carbon skimmer down here at some point. But there's how you do a natural farm. And you can build these as big as you want. Then I think we're done here. Yeah. All right, we can turn this on now. So, get rid of these. We have to fire this up very well, sort of slowly. Deconstruct all this. And then again, we'd like 6 more regular dupes too. Get to 100. All right, let's start up some refineries, huh? Now, we will have to replace these metal refineries because they are going to overheat. We are prepared for it. Okay. I do want them to pick all this material up, though. So we're going to set these as a 7. And we're just going to make 10 steel. 5 tons of slime. We have not yet filled our... You still need rock crushers. You need rock crushers to make lime. Poke shell malt to lime. And eggshells to lime. Fossil to lime. You can also make table salt. You need these for that. You cannot make... This is just for metal. So you do need your rock crushers. This stuff's going to come in super hot. $342 degrees. So we need to boil this water. Water's at 106 degrees right now. Not even close to boiling. Needs to be over 200 degrees. We're not going to cool this. We're going to heat this place up. This is a vacuum, okay? Right now it's a vacuum. We took all the oxygen out of here. No oxygen in here at all. This is going to be a big steam room. Nothing but steam in here. So we're not trying to cool it down. We're trying to heat it up. Trying to heat the water up. Is this water at the bottom? We're going to have to replace these because there's no... There's no medium for this to exchange heat with, this metal refinery. You're going to watch it go up into temperature really fast as we use it. It's 111 degrees. See how fast it's going up in temperature? So this thing will overheat, and we're going to replace it with ceramic. Overheat temperature on this is 194 degrees. And we're gonna put in ceramic ones, and that is going to increase it to 500. But we're still probably gonna need to replace these 3 times. And then everything in here that you build, all must be made of steel. All of the sweepers that we have in here, the loaders, why are those gold? They should not be made of gold. I think I caught that. The reservoirs have to be made of steel. Oh, these are made of gold. What is going on here? Was certain I thought I checked. We're missing a row. Temperature shift plates in the background too. That's okay. We can rebuild these. We don't need these operational right now. This is going to take a few cycles to heat everything up. It's coming at 300 degrees. Yeah, it's good to catch it right now. Coming back around 200 degrees. Coming in at 300 degrees. Now, I made plenty of steel early on, so I'm not worried about this. And we're gonna make let's see, temperature shift plates. Looks like I forgot a row here. And we're gonna take all the hydrogen generators up here. They're producing heat, right? So we may as well take that heat and add it to this, right? Make it hot. Make it very hot. Iron? Oh, iron's all over the place on your basic map. So you're gonna find iron in these biomes right here. These caustic biomes have iron in them. They have coal, iron and coal. And then down in the oil biome, there's also tons of iron. You're gonna see iron all over the place. All over there, and then just like that. And this is pretty standard fare on all your maps. There's some iron there, all kinds of iron in here. You just have to get in here and grab it. There you go, all the iron in there. These always have an iron in them. Lots of iron and coal. Lots of good stuff in there. And algae. So if you ever run low on algae, we are getting a little low on slime though, but we're starting to get some barbecue coming in. Were you using a rock crusher to turn that iron into metals or refined metal? You always want to use copper, and you always want to use gold. Gold preferably, because you can make a lot of good stuff out of gold. Oh, in the raw form? You can also get it from space. Once you get up into space as well, you may have just gotten an asteroid that didn't have a lot. That's possible as well. Most of the asteroids I've been on, I've never had a problem with iron. Well, every now and again. Be low on iron. You get it from space as well. What are you waiting on? Some iron? And what I mean by space is if you go up there, you're going to get asteroids that come in. It's not going to be a lot. You think you get iron from asteroids that come in. I know you get copper and gold. I can't remember if you get iron or not. If you dug an entire asteroid out, you probably got a low roll on the iron in the area. Yeah, it looks like we're back up. Looks like we're kind of back in operations. If the wind blows around here, the internet goes out. Oh, the wind blew. Gotta turn the internet off for everybody. Really sucks when you pay for a high-speed connection and you try to use that high-speed connection and it's like, no, you get throttled. Get some chlorine gas in here. We should, and I do mean should, be able to stop making mushrooms now. Probably. And it's fine. Like I said, the wind freaking blows. Like, oh. So, I was saying, these overheated, which is, we anticipated this. This is not a problem. We just rebuild them. And we build them out of ceramic this time. It's going to give us a better overheat temperature. And we're almost to boiling down here. Almost to boiling.